It's just lead.
It's your boy D.
I'm sorry. We're tuning in a homeroom with Smooth. Class is now in session.
Like I just want to say one thing and one thing only to all the Drake fans, OVO Hive members, Dick Riders, all the Kendrick fans, and those Dick Riders.
It's not my fault. Y'all are trash. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are trash. Like, y'all are so trash. I want you to know that I'm talking to you, so I'm going to say your name, then I'm going to call you trash.
Yeah. They just beyond, bro. Like, they're beyond helping. Like, how y'all doing today, though? Like, they beyond helping. I can't fool with either camp now.
Yeah, nah. It's toxic. It's disgusting. They glizzy goblin. They gassing.
Man, I'd run that WWE clip right now, dude. Like, he's doing the thing and he's acting like he's sucking dick. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
That would be the clip to run for him. That would be the clip.
But I ain't got it. And plus the WWE, they're very particular about their clips, bro. I did one reaction video to WWE and almost got copyright strike to hell. I said, you know what, I'm good.
Well, you almost got that Vince McMahon.
Well, they're a little better now because they're doing stuff, but you do have to flip the image because ever since they discovered social media is good, so they got the people out there. They're
literally just on people's ass, bro. Like immediately. So like let's jump straight into it. Look, man. So I know y'all heard Euphoria. Hey, bro, do me a favor, bro. Just mute yourself when you're not talking. Because you got too much. Yeah, you got too much going on back there. Too much going on.
Yeah.
All right.
How dare you?
No. No, but oh my god. No, but on a serious note though, so y'all both heard Euphoria. All right, y'all both heard push-ups. Which one do you prefer?
All right, so I'm gonna say overall, like just listening wise, push-ups is a better song to just listen to. That's what Drake does. He can turn any song, including a diss record, into a hit. But if we're talking about which one's a better diss track, it's obviously Euphoria. I do feel like I know why he did 6 minutes, but a little long, a little bit of filler at the beginning. It started off kind of like, dude, what is this? And then once you get to the first beat change, it's like, okay, that's what this is. In the third beat change, it loses a little bit of hype on that second beat change. I think that middle part is the best part of the song, to be honest. If you just chopped that part out and just left it there, he wouldn't have said everything he wanted to say, but it would have been a better song.
I will disagree with you, but we can do that later. Hold on. Frankie, what you got?
I almost completely agree. So yeah, I hate to sound redundant. I think if like Euphoria is not something like you're like, you know what? Like it's not something that's to be like in the shuffle on my phone in the car, listen to stuff too. Push-ups, you can go in and it's like I said, it's a better listen. It's a better like anyone can hop into it, and I don't want to say like enjoyable, but like I guess it's more enjoyable without context. That's the best way I can put it. Without any context, push-ups is like I said, it's a more enjoyable without context. Euphoria, like I said, as a lyricist, we all know it's Kendrick over Drake anytime, and I think there's a lot of subtle and not subtle stuff in there as well too. But also part of it too, especially because more so than the different beat changes, the way he was changing like his voice for different stuff, I actually found that like a little like annoying. So and I think it makes it a little harder to listen to, and especially and then especially with that being drug out, because I think if you just because even if you cipher for straight up, it could be as long as you need it to be, and it'll be fine. But I think it kind of like meandered in the beginning,
Yeah.
So the end part of it too, I don't think it suffered too much. But I do think it meandered in the beginning, and then and it's maybe almost like parody like too. So it was kind of like a little annoying. So and that's why I said you have to have it with context. I can't like say, hey, listen to this, and someone who has no idea what's going on listening to it too, they want to get hooked into it. But if you say this is what it is, then they'll listen to everything about it.
Okay. So here's what I want to say. Okay, especially about the last part of Euphoria, because I agree with y'all that push-ups is easier to listen to than Euphoria. However, that last part of the song, that's when he like got on his ass. And I'm a big Drake fan. That's when he says the whole sexy red. When you with sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. Like that's insane to say. You know what I'm saying? Man, I should have the lyric. I'm gonna pull the lyrics up in front of me. I'm gonna get the lyrics up on Genius,
Mm.
so we can start like going through like different things, like line by line, what's going on.
Mhm.
Um, because yeah, because I'm talking about the oh, he made a restaurant in Toronto pop off, right? To where it's getting rave reviews. The what did he call it? The New Ho King
Mhm.
in Toronto. Everybody's going to visit it now. It's becoming a tourist attraction from this beef. And I'm like, dang, now Kendrick Lamar stimulating local economies off your diss. Like, this is insane. But I will, even though I find Euphoria to be the better diss, however, I will shoot Drake just a little bit of bail that he was responding to everybody on push-ups. Like push-ups was not focused. He was shooting shots at everybody that took shots at him, like Rick Ross and all that. Rick Ross, Weeknd, Nav. No, he didn't shoot at Nav. Nav was irrelevant. Future, Metro Boomin. Somebody else caught a stray in there too. I can't remember, but yeah, he was just shooting. He was just shooting at everybody. Um, I guess what was you guys' favorite line from Euphoria?
Mm.
Well, what he say? No more. It's funny and it's catchy. That stays in my head, man.
Yeah.
I think for me it was more so than anything. I love him to death, and in 8 bars, I'll explain that phrase. Just because he went in 8 bars, so I think more, and that's just
Yeah.
more lyricist to me and everything. And he's like, "You're calling a shot in your own damn song," and it's funny because it's simple. Because and I think it'd be better like if you see it live like that too, and it'll be more impressive. But it's still impressive and it's still funny, and it brings credence to listening to the whole track as well too. So I think that's what I liked, and maybe it's maybe me not paying attention. I never really noticed something like that like in a while. So I did like that one more for what it did, not for the line itself, because like he just set
Yeah.
himself up.
Yeah, I also end up liking the ain't 20v1, it's 1v20. If I gotta smack the niggas that write with you, like I was like, Jesus Christ. And he said, bring him out, I'll clean him out. Tell Beam he'll stay right with you. Like this pocket that he was in for this, he was going. He's like, tell Beam he better stay right with you. Beam is an artist that has worked with Drake. He's credited as a writer. He's worked for Drake on some stuff. And then, am I battling ghosts or AI? Nigga feeling like Joel Osteen. So he's talking about like so, and it's funny because he was in a film called AI, and my sixth sense telling me to off him. Like that whole thing, because the kid in Sixth Sense is named Joel Osteen. You know what I'm saying? And then with Joel Osteen, you know what I'm saying? He the way he says it, it's a play off Joel Osteen, but if he's talking about Joel Osteen that was in the movie AI and in the movie Sixth Sense, you know what I'm saying? And it calls back to the ghost thing. Like he lyrically, I don't think anybody like That's immaculate level writing, and that's what I don't like people calling it lame for. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't think anybody should be calling this track lame or whack. Like, I'm like, are your ears broken?
Well,
To say it's whack is crazy.
now it reminds me of what you're saying. It reminds me of Jay-Z and Renegade when he's like, "Do you listen to music or do you just skim through it?" And I think a lot of times people they just do that and they listen to music more for the beat than what the actual content that's in it. And which is why I think we agree that hey, Push Up is the easier listen, especially without context. But Euphoria, it's like lyrically, like it beats anything that's been put out.
Yeah, it is content rich. Like it took me an hour and 20 minutes on live to go through bar by bar, breaking each bar down. It took me an hour and 12. A 6-minute song took me an hour and 12. Like ridiculous. Bro, you look like you had something you wanted to say.
You know what? I feel like I kind of lost my train of thought. I was just trying to just listen to you go on what you was on. You know what? I think it might be about people calling the song name or something. Like he said, people, the Kendrick voices and stuff do kind of annoy some people sometimes. Like, what is it, that song? I on To Pimp a Butterfly, and they get like that crying voice going. Man, I have to skip that song. I don't want to hear that. Or like when he's talking about where is your intent? It's like I know he's doing a thing, but no, it's just like it's not good to listen to.
Yeah,
same thing can be said with that's why some people didn't really like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, or because it was like it's not easy listening. It's either making you think about something or it's talking about something. And while I love that type of stuff, so I love that album, but I can see where the general community at large might be like, I don't want to listen to this. Because at the end of the day, if you're making music, people have to want to listen to it. It can't just be impressive for the sake of being impressive, because that's when you get people who talk about, man, I don't care about them lyrical miracle rappers that, got to rhyme everything or have to have a deeper meaning and everything. I want to hear something that, like, at least with push-ups, everybody gonna understand them lines. Those ain't deep cuts. And then, like you said, with that, it wasn't push-ups was not a focused song. So I don't even really give Drake a whole L for that. Yeah, did Kendrick get in him more than he got into Kendrick on push-ups? Of course, he wasn't even focused just on Kendrick there. So, and I'm not giving him a W, but he's not holding a fat L.
Right.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. And like I said, and I guess since he was getting after everyone, like I said, Push Up, you needed a lot less context because one, it's Drake, and two, so like you heard of one of his feats right now too. So it's like, oh, you're like, oh, I got that. But yeah, but you did bring up the voices. I definitely the Kendrick voices annoy me. So I definitely see how people, even if it's not making them think about it, just like you said, you skip the song just because like sometimes like it grates, and then even if the lyrics are good, if something is grating, you don't want to listen to it, or you have to be like in a certain mood to listen to it, which hampers the enjoyment too.
Yeah, that's true. I can see both of y'all's points there. But also with what did y'all think of the tailor-made freestyle? Because I'd be remiss if we just left that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did y'all think of the tailor-made freestyle?
So, while the use of AI in rap is clever, I do think if you're gonna do it, number one, you can't profit off of it, and number two, you need to clear it with the people who you're imitating, or whoever their estate is, because if you can't get it cleared, you're giving yourself an L if you have to take your song down. It's just like Cole L'd himself. I know he wasn't supposed to really be brought up here today, but he L'd himself hard, man, by having not only just apologizing but removing the song from streaming services.
Yeah.
So by Drake having to remove that song. Like it wasn't on streaming or nothing like that. He wasn't even trying to profit off it. He's just trying to, poke the bear. And I liked the song, but I it's like it's L off of having to remove it. But again, like if people are like, "Oh, that was a whack diss track," or "All these diss tracks are whack," I don't know why, but nowadays people do warm up tracks. Like I'm a feel you out first before I'm gonna take a jab before I hit you with the straight. And it used to just be people trying to kill each other. Like I'm not saying like actual murder, but like murder on the track.
No, I mean,
and now they just wait. Like Euphoria, that is not murder on the track. I don't care if anybody's saying, "Oh, he cooked or sizzled and flamed up Drake." No, he did his thing, but that's not no Vaseline. That's not ether. That's not hit him up.
Yeah.
Like let's not gas this up because it's between the two biggest people and forget that these aren't their actual hard diss tracks yet. They're not even at that point yet. They're jabbing at each other. I don't know why they have to spar first, but they're just jabbing at each other. So I don't want anybody to be like greatest diss track of all time. Like stop slobbing on knob, okay? It's not it's not what you think it is. It's not that good. It's good, but it's not that good.
I think they jab to prolong this because now the thing is too, because before diss tracks, you throw it out there, and you would get it by either downloading it or selling it, right? And it's one thing too. So people have to buy it. Now a lot of revenue is based off of streaming, based off of hits, based off of clicks too. The more you prolong it, the more revenue they're able to get. And I think that's so. Even if you don't put it on a streaming platform, you throw it on now. You throw it like on your social media because that's the whole reason why Taylor Made was there was litigation, because even though he wasn't doing it for money, you bring because he put it on the socials. You bring traffic to your socials. You make money too. So I think that's the main reason why they're jabbing, because it's like, oh, let's prolong this before we have actual finish, so you're coming back every month now. You're like, oh, okay, like what's next? Oh, they're doing this, so then you get the back and forth too. So sometimes, heck, maybe they're in on it together. Like, you know what? I'm mad at you, you're mad at me, but let's make some money before we settle this.
Right.
So right now we got a monthly subscription to Beef, essentially.
I mean,
God, I like that.
I mean, technically, yeah. But I guess because to go off you guys' point and to not reiterate it in my own voice, I also think that Chris Brown has way more lethal energy. He dropped the meanest diss track of everybody. Now Quavo, I gave him props because I didn't think he was going to be able to respond, and he pulled a response out. But Chris Brown was still evil. Like everything he said was malicious. It was on point. It's easy to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he just dropped it and moved on with his life. You know what I'm saying? That's what a diss is supposed to be. You're supposed to put that person in the ground and then leave. You know what I'm saying? It's not his fault that Quavo was still alive when he buried him.
No, that's what a diss used to be. Now you have to kill them softly and gradually, and then take the plug out of them too.
Dang, Quavo response was trash. My thing is this: you can say it was, but it was at least he pulled a record out. You know what I'm saying? I can go back and listen to that again. It's listenable. Did he do damage? No. You know what I'm saying? This was like taking a stick to a tank. You know what I'm saying? No, he didn't do anything, but you're just looking at him and you're going, man, that guy's crazy. That's a good effort though. But it's not gonna do anything.
It's honestly kind of embarrassing that Chris Brown has the best diss track of this year. So
worker brother, I like Chris Brown.
It's kind of embarrassing. Come on, come on, Kendrick, come on, Drake.
Hey,
what y'all doing?
Is he gonna dance to it? That's what I want to know.
Hey, look, I was thinking of that in my head. Him putting out a music video for his diss track and dancing to it, with a mean look on his face the whole time.
Over. That's
Yo, Nah. I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed if a dude dropped the diss song.
I
on
will
me,
love it if
and
Chris
they were just
Brown
sitting
made
there
a music video.
sitting there just dancing. You know what I'm saying? Got
Hey,
choreography.
Chris Brown, he doesn't have to have a mean face. He can be smiling too, like sarcastically. I will.
Man, he bust out that move from Stump the Yard again.
Look on a CGI produced grave that has Quavo's name on the headstone.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like terrible.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Even Meek dropped a song against Drake and it was still trash. Yeah, that was yeah.
Did Meek drop a new song against Drake?
No, not new. He's talking about in the past. He's talking about in the
Oh.
past. There's nothing new. There's nothing new. But in the past, you know what I'm saying? He was dropping this stuff, but nothing was sticking. It was all bricks. It was just straight bricks because nobody wanted to hear that mess.
Dude brought his, I think, he brought his cousin on the track after like Drake did All Summer 16. Then he had like he released a track same day, you know, right after, just like Ross did, and had everything that was in his song like he had already knew about it in advance, but nobody cared about that song afterward because it wasn't a great listen. You done brought somebody else on there with you, like you done needed help trying diss Drake. And you did this so late after you already had got turned into a ghost that you're flatlined, okay? Don't nobody care about what you say unless he really went in the bag and pulled out of ether, which he didn't.
Yeah, he was gonna have to dig deep within himself and pull out something that he ain't have. And
Diddy already pulled everything out of Meek though.
Say what?
I said Diddy already pulled everything out of Meek.
Oh man,
they can't stick around, but Kendrick round one. I mean, I'm okay with people saying Kendrick won or they're tied. Like, and when I say one, like I'm saying like give a slight edge up to Kendrick. Like, I'm not saying like he just straight like outright just it's over. Like that's when somebody says somebody won, to me that means it's over.
No,
you know
it's a cliffhanger. Was it a cliff ender? Was it cliffhanger ending? That's what it is right now too, with some surprise interference. Because we have to wait till next month for our subscription to be renewed, and then something else is to come out.
Yeah, like from that tailor-made freestyle, we know Drake already has another track. He's probably modifying it a little bit now to go along with something that was said in Euphoria. That's the same thing Rick Ross did. He already had a track. He just changed a couple bars here and there so he can release his thing. So that's probably what Drake's gonna do, unless his track wasn't as good as he thought it was, and he has to workshop the whole thing. I think Drake's gonna probably drop within the week.
Yeah, I got Drake dropping on Saturday. That's what I feel like. I know you said round one, bro. I know you said round one. I was talking in general to other people, not you, bro. Kendrick diss was basically Champagne Moments 2.0. If I was Ross, I would be annoyed, nigga. Basically stole his diss with a better beat. God. My thing
if I was Ross, I wouldn't have started.
Very much.
That's what I'm gonna get into. Like, I feel like this is corny because too many people jumped out the window at once at Drake. If Kendrick jumped out by himself, just let him stand out there. Now y'all just jumping up, going, yeah, you should have, F you standing behind this big old bully. You know what I'm saying? And you like, F you, man. Like,
is Drake like Thanos right now? When everybody's just trying to jump him?
Bro, this is like being Hawkeye and you're standing behind the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? You standing behind the Hulk and you like, man, I like the better example of what you just did with your fingers. I feel like honestly, Drake is Sakuna. All right, Drake is Sakuna, and you know what I'm saying. And now Kendrick is that nigga Gojo, and everybody would sell behind like, yeah, F you Sakuna, yeah, we finna win. We finna get Megami back. We finna do all this.
Yeah, but
and then you finna take a L.
You know what though? See, this is the fact that everybody else is jumping in there, it's partially Kendrick's fault because he got onto Metro and Future's diss project against Drake, and then said what he had to say. He should have did this on his own song. He should have took his jabs and his shots on his own song, and then all these people wouldn't feel emboldened. But as soon as he did it on someone else's track, and they all are against Drake, I was like, "Oh, it's our time now. It's the world against Drake. We can take him down." And so he caused everybody to jump into his thing, and nobody wants to hear them though. So now it looks all like corny and commercial. And then Kanye, oh my God, Kanye is terrible, man.
I forgot about him,
bro. I hate Kanye. Okay, I'm gonna just say it like that. I hate Kanye.
No, I like the better when it's Kanye, but ever since he just became Ye, lost half his name, lost half his mind, lost half his talent.
Man, he lost it when he started calling himself Yeezy. Honestly.
Man,
when he thought he became Jesus Christ.
He started referring to himself, I am a god. I'm like, bro, if you don't set your
like
dumb ass
Jesus
up,
Christ.
you pay taxes, nigga. Gods don't pay taxes. I want to see somebody tell me when Thor paid taxes. Thor ain't pay no damn taxes. You ain't gonna get no money out of that dude.
Oh man.
Lost his mom, lost his mind, lost his wife.
Lost half his name.
Lost half his money, or actually more than that, really, with that Adidas thing.
Pretty much that last one, because like right now I'm thinking Drake is Thanos, man, because like that's it, because he had to go fight Metro Boomin, Future, Kendrick, Rick Ross, The Weeknd, and Ja Morant. Like, what the fuck's Ja Morant doing in that shit,
bruh?
Like really? That Ja Morant's like fucking Hawkeye.
Yeah. No, but I feel like Nav is like an agent of Shield. He's just some random dude that just works for Shield that's just taking shots at somebody. And I'm like, bro, don't nobody care about you. Who listens to Nav?
They're useless NPCs.
Who
okay,
listens to Nav?
They are useless NPCs.
Bots. And I bet the streaming bots got his ass on mute.
And Kendrick has to fight 10 Ghost Riders. But yeah, first Kendrick has help. And second of all, Thanos had his army.
I mean, yeah. Don't play.
That's all I'm saying. But like, so I think Midnight and all them.
I want to acknowledge the whole Drake and Ghost Rider thing. Like, do we know he had some songs ghost written for him, had some reference tracks? Yes, we do, but I think people got to stop pretending that Drake don't have a pen, man. If he never had a pen to begin with, I don't think Wayne would have ever signed him, man. I don't think Wayne would have ever went that way.
He's written for everybody else.
Exactly. So, like, I think people like, yeah, it's a thing, but chill on it. It's not as big as y'all saying it is.
Oh, I don't think it's a big deal. I'm just laughing at freaking. Oh man.
Yeah. So I feel like with this, like I don't know what Drake can say back to him. You know what I'm saying? Like back to Kendrick. Like I really don't know what he can actually say to Kendrick.
You might know something about that man's wife.
Right. Oh my God.
That's Drano.
King Drano. What the fuck?
Oh man.
No, but I really
ain't there 6 stones, 6 infinity stones? Man got them stones from the 6. He's the 6 guy.
Oh my God.
Drake is Thanos confirmed.
Man, hey.
Confirmed.
No, but I really feel like how all these niggas team up. They known Drake for years. This all the dirt y'all got. I think they're afraid. Pathetic. No, I think they're afraid of, and this is the sad reality of it, is this. Let's say they all jump out the window and they just they blast Drake and all his dirty line. Like they do that to him. They know for a fact he will turn that shit into a fucking album of disses that get more replay value than all of their catalog combined.
Yeah.
And they know it will happen because just as much as you know about him, he knows about you as well.
No, I think Drake will just make it sound better, so he'll make money off of it.
Yeah, yeah, and then he'll be right back. He'll be right back where you tried to leave him at.
Yeah.
He made so many of them people careers that like it's hard for you to take the like Kendrick can't take the vulture angle necessarily. I mean Kendrick can, but you other folks, most of y'all number ones came from Drake. If y'all even got number ones, you know, a lot of y'all's biggest songs got Drake on it. It's featuring Drake, and he might have pinned your part. So it was Drake featuring Drake, like Drake used to say.
Yeah, and people act like he ain't what he but I do think there's some merit to be had in like him using writers like in that being bad. Like you know what I'm saying? I think there's some merit, there's merit there. It's just the fact of when you hear the fact of, oh, he wrote for Beyonce, oh, he wrote for Rihanna, oh, he wrote for, and you start laming down this list of people that he wrote for. He wrote for Wayne. Like you going down this list and seeing all these people that he wrote with, you know what I'm saying? And he's done records with, and he's made careers of, and like people he's helped, you know what I'm saying, get to bigger places in their whole career to, you know what I'm saying, getting some of the biggest sales they've ever gotten. Like, how bad is this guy? That's really where my question is at. Like, how bad? Oh man, what did you just say? If Kendrick loses, he's out of the top 10 all time. Hey, you know what? That's the scarier part. That's the scariest part, to be honest. If Kendrick loses, it's horrible for him. Horrible. Drake could lose and turn into an R&B nigga and still be fine. Like he could literally just go pure singing Drake and people will still listen.
Nah, ain't nobody ever gonna take Drake out the game, and this ain't no
that's a smooth
gassing or goblin right here. Because let's think about what Pusha T did to him. It's still worse than what Kendrick did. Absolutely worse. Absolutely worse. And he's still. It didn't shake him out of his spot. If he takes the L, he'll just lay low for a second, come back making music, and Drake's got these things going for him. He's good complexion, okay. He light skinned, he half white. I ain't trying to get canceled here. Has a specific background, you know. So he in there. He ain't going nowhere.
I'll say it better. Drake's presentation lends him to be marketable no matter what he does.
Yeah. Drake is Obama.
Damn.
Dranos was right, man. Dranos was right.
Damn. Drake is the hip hop version of Obama. I mean, that's fucking crazy, but
he said it on Oprah's bank account, anyways.
No. Oh yeah, I forgot about that song with Yachty. Man, so many people caught strays in the Euphoria disc. Like Yachty caught the mean stray. I was like, damn. He's like fuck the niggas you with. Like, whoa, like, so you don't like 21 Savage now too? You know what I'm saying? Like I think this,
he didn't diss 21 Savage, did he?
No, but he said fuck the niggas that you hang around. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And he hangs around 21 Savage a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm really just.
But that's weird because I have to see but I know 21 and Boomin that yeah, this whole beef thing is weird. I don't get why people have beef.
Drake is willing to burn the house down with Kendrick inside before he hands over the top spot. We dying together. Hey, see, that's what I said the other day. I said it's more likely that they both kill each other that this is gonna become so nasty that they both lose. And then you know who's gonna be left? J. Cole, and he's gonna drop an album called The Fall Off and retire. And we're gonna be like, dude, we need you to make music. They're dead.
Nah, Drake will come
Only
back.
way I see Drake winning though is if like he gotta have some relationship dirt, man. If he got that relationship dirt, like good dirt, it can't just be because Kendrick then already admitted to doing some things himself. But if he got more than that, if he got some some private messages from Whitney or something, oh, it's over. It's over. Kendrick would never recover. Don't like if like I know Kanye went crazy because of the speculation of Drake messing with Kim. If Drake did anything with your girl Kendrick, it's done. Your career is done.
Dang.
PG, hang it up.
It's like, why can't Drake just out rap him and win?
But here's the thing: we're
Because Drake ain't got it now. He ain't that rapper yet.
Yep.
So yeah. So when we're talking about bar for bar, I do not think Drake has it in him to go bar for bar with Kendrick.
No.
The way Kendrick intricately layers stuff, he writes different. Like there's no bar for barring Kendrick. What you have to do is you have to,
If he wasn't a quitter,
huh?
Cole could go bar for bar with Kendrick if he wasn't a quitter.
No, Cole could have beat both of them. I had all my money on Cole. If it was a 3-way death match, I'm going J. Cole. Like if I didn't already know now that he's liable to go, oh, y'all are cutting each other. I'm out. Like, bruh, it's a death match. What do you mean?
Go. He's like, I don't want. He's like, he doesn't want that publicity, that media, that attention.
Because let's look at this. When did Kendrick peak? Let's talk about that. When did Kendrick peak? Good Kid, Mad City. I know people may not like that, but that is his classic project right there. That's his true classic. You can't tell me, like, some people might say damn is. Some people might say that, but realistically,
people aren't even running damn back like that.
Good Kid, Mad City is the Kendrick album that I won't skip anything on. That's Kendrick's no skips. Now, where did Drake peak? It depends, because it depends on what type of Drake you like. There's a lot of different Drakes out there. Some might say Take Care is that biggest classic. That was huge. That was a whole era. That was Drake putting Kendrick on back in that era. That was Drake putting Cole on back in that era. When he did collabs with them back then you got Nothing Was the Same. That's arguably the album that Drake did his best rapping on. That's classic rapping Drake. So you got classic smooth Drake. You got classic hard Drake. And then you got the classic pop Drake, which is Views, his most commercially successful album of all time. And honestly, for me, that one ain't got no skips on it either. I like Views like that. So when you're talking about discography, like, yeah, if it's just about bars, then no, he ain't beating Kendrick in that talk. But if you're talking about albums that are just classic hit make music, good listening music, he got him there. So it's not like you can look at, like, now Drake's catalog has fallen off. Like, I think everything after Views, he's been like a little bit of a shadow of himself. I'll say that. Because the further he went on, the less spins them albums got. More Life got less spins than Views. Scorpion got less spins than Views. CLB definitely got less spins than Views. He still got them songs on there that you might put on repeat, but there's some skippables. There's some skippables.
Yeah,
there's some songs that are so bad that you're like, I definitely know the name of this because I don't like it that much.
Oh
and then there was Honestly Nevermind. It's like, oh my God, what happened there? And I know that was him branching out of hip hop in general, but don't do that again.
And he was like, never mind.
Yeah. So how do you feel about if you're reading This Is Too Late? Because I feel like If You're Reading This Is Too Late is some of the better rapping he did too. But that project has on it.
Yeah, that and so if we're talking about mixtape Drake, it's that and If You're Reading This Is Too Late, and then So Far Gone. That might be the holy grail of mixtapes right there.
So Oregon is
That might be the holy grail of mixtapes. So, like, I know that overly dedicated ain't perform like that. Like, I might run overly dedicated every now and then. I might run Section 80 every now and then. And Section 80 is actually not a mixtape; that's an album.
That's neither here
But
nor there.
either way, like I don't run Kendrick's old music back that much.
And
You
he
ain't
even
going back and listening to him like that.
Yeah, he even knows that. Like, and the thing is, people. Here's the thing, because let's see. Also, you can't say I won't lie, then say Drake don't have any classic. Don't have a classic. Take care, nothing was the same.
he didn't say Drake didn't have a classic. He said it
I
depends.
called all those things classic.
No, he said it. He said it depends on what Drake.
No. He's talking about Kendrick Lamar.
Oh,
If you listen, Kendrick Lamar on the record said Drake doesn't have any classics, and tell your core fan base to stomach that, and then after that, tell them where you got your abs from. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's from the diss. But that line sounds good, but that's a lie. That's an apparent lie.
That's cap. Just like Cole when he had 7 Minute Drill and was talking about Kendrick's discography. Cole, you can't compare your discography to Kendrick's. You can't do that because at least for all of his stuff, he ain't make a whole lot, but all of it is like really good stuff. At least critically. It may not get the most spins, but it's critically like that. Cole, he ain't got the commercial or the critical success of Drake. Do I think he's better than both of them? Yes. But he's been getting better over time.
And that's the scariest part about him. Unlike those two, he's gotten better every single year. Like, and that's scary. This dude is in what, like year 15 of rapping commercially, like wherever people know who he is, and you're still getting better. You're still having the best verses like every year. But to talk about J. Cole though, I do want to say, so like, no, Born Sinner's not a classic. His first classic is
2014 Orange Drive.
Right, boom. And then honestly, might delete later. If he wouldn't have deleted the diss record, I was giving that classic. Because I ran that mug front to back and I said, yo, this is hard. Ain't nobody fucking with this. This is hard.
You know what? I think the off season, man. Like at least for me, I really enjoyed the off season. That was his best album up until that point, and then Might Delete Later became the best album after that. And the fall off, if he's continues what he's doing, is going to be possibly the greatest rap album of all time. Like I know people like always going to make like the Nas and Jay-Z comparisons with like Cole. He's better than them. He's been better than them. I don't care what nobody say. He's been better than them.
Yeah. He way better than them boys. Like it's not even close. It's night and day. And Cole, when he raps, like there's such conviction. Like I want to listen to him. You know what I mean? Like when you hear him spin, you want to listen. Like Kendrick, his voice will throw you the fuck off because he makes. Like
I'll tell you what though.
South Park, nigga.
I'll tell you what.
Like Kendrick Lamar be rapping like it's South Park.
When it comes to Cole though, there's a couple lines he cannot ever say anymore. He can't talk about wanting to smoke with anybody at all no more after apologizing when he finally got the chance to smoke somebody. You can't say that no more because I go back and I listen to other songs on Might Delete Later and other stuff like that where he calls himself the best and the greatest, and it makes me disappointed that he did that every time. It's like because now his bars feel unauthentic to me. You were supposed to be out here saying like he's if you're gonna be the nice guy, don't say that you're not in your music. Don't say that you the meanest if you're gonna be the nicest. Okay.
Yeah, so Drake is better than Cole when you force him to rap on an AM type beat.
No, that's
I
like
wouldn't.
I don't care if it's 9 a.m. in Dallas or whatever time in whatever city. It's not happening. He's not better than Cole.
Yeah.
Not at
Look,
all.
I'm an avid Drake fan, and the way Cole is rapping on a different level. The man's not human anymore. He's just not human. I don't know what J. Cole is doing now. I don't know what exercises, what rap, you know what I'm saying? Like notebook he has to like rhyme scheme, like what he came up the fuck with. But the nigga's different now. He's in a whole nother league.
Drake almost should have just gave him first person shooter because like Drake definitely got killed. He got bodied on his own track by Cole, and that's what Cole's been doing to people. That's what he's been doing to people. Anytime he gets on somebody's feature, he bodying them on their own song, but they keep it because it's too fire not to put it out. It's so much fire you can't put it out.
Hey, for real, man. Okay, so I do want to ask y'all this because we've been talking for a minute, man. So who do y'all have? Who do y'all have winning this? Like, where do y'all see this going?
Dranos.
I think that the next track that each of them puts out is going to be the last track that happens in this beef. Drake's going to drop his, and Kendrick's going to drop his. There's going to be a lot of recency bias, but the only way I see Drake winning anything is if he's got the scoop. He's got to have all the dirt. Like he got to have a dump truck full of dirt, okay? Because otherwise, he's the one getting buried here. Because after Kendrick hears, he's going to unleash, his worst. He's going to unleash his worst, and it's if we're just talking about who's spitting about somebody, Kendrick's is going to be worse than Drake's. It's going to be, unless, like I said, Drake got to have collected some knowledge. Kendrick must have been out here in these streets slipping, and Drake seemed confident, like he had something. He seemed like he had something. So, but I hope whatever he has is enough.
Right.
I hope he goes out and tells that Kendrick that one of his kids is not his or something, and it's actually true. Like that would destroy him right there. Okay, like that's what he has to do.
Oh my god, yo,
like, that kid is mine. I slept with Whitney.
Nah, they going back and forth all summer till Kenny quit. Nah. I
don't see that.
I think all parties is gonna. But Frankie, go ahead.
No, kind of what you said. I don't think there's gonna be a clear at the end of the day. I don't think there's gonna be a clear winner or loser. I think Kendrick lyrically is still gonna be better than anything Drake puts out. I think we all agreed on that as well too. I think Drake's gonna put out stuff that's gonna get more plays, more time, and that people enjoy, which is it's gonna cause a split. And I think the Drake loyalists, because he has a lot of loyalists who don't even like anything Drake does, like, oh, this is the best shit ever, and they're not gonna listen to Kendrick stuff or anyone else's stuff too, and they're gonna be like Drake won too. And then when people break everything down, they're gonna be like, oh, Kendrick won. So I think both of them are gonna win their respective sides. I think both of them they're gonna get more airtime. I don't see the next, and I could be wrong. I don't see the next track dropping both of them to be the last one based on this.
Oh, bro, froze. Wow.
Oh man,
it happened to somebody, but not me this time. Oh, that's crazy, bro. I thought I froze. I was like, dang.
Yeah, I was thinking we froze too.
Drake not gonna stop dropping till he's the clear winner. He gonna drop "Scary Eyes 4" with all Kendrick discs.
Nah, I really don't see that.
So hold on. So yeah. So
two more.
What? Bro, you at froze, fam.
I know, like everything cut down, and then I
Shadow realm.
Yeah, you went to the shadow realm. You got banished.
I know. So
this-
Drake's gonna win. Sorry, Drake. I think Drake shut me down. Drake's
Okay.
gonna win.
All right, cool. So I feel like this, right? I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of both of you guys. I feel like it's mutually assured destruction. I feel like both of them are gonna go because Drake has no choice but to black out. That's his only way to win, right? If he blacks out, he's gonna nuke Kendrick, but Kendrick's gonna have his nuclear code timed upon his death. If I die, X, and then it's gonna execute and it's gonna send off, and then boom, Drake's nuke now. I think they're both gonna nuke each other, and they're both never gonna be looked at the same afterward. They both won't be looked at the same afterward, and that's just gonna leave the Mountain Rushmore with two broken faces and J. Cole because he was the only smart enough guy to go, y'all tripping. This ain't worth it. I'm gonna go back to working on the fall off.
Number one, your man just frozen again. Uh,
Oh damn, bro.
Dang. All right. But number two, I don't think it's gonna be mutually assured destruction out here. I don't think it's gonna go mad. I really think that like that they're gonna have some scars when they walk away from this, but they still finna be there. They still finna be there. Trying to,
He said, "See, God don't like that. Kendrick gonna win, and freeze that nigga out." And then he said, "Yeah, but Drake will just do a video at Degrassi and revive himself." Damn, Drake is too famous though. That's the problem. He's too famous. He'll
too
never go
big to
away.
fail. He's too
Yeah,
big to fail. Drake is a bank.
Yeah, he'll never truly go away because they need, you know what I'm saying? Like people in the industry, like it's a firm fact. He's needed. He's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like he's necessary. He keeps the lights on in the building. He's the reason why labels can afford to give other people advances because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, are like failing. A lot of people are failing. There's only a handful of actual successful acts. You know, that's just a fact. Um, but Kendrick, I don't see Kendrick being able to be destroyed completely either because he goes silent for 5 years anyway. So all he has to do is just revive himself in 5 years, and then boom, everybody's like, "Oh my God, hi Kendrick."
Kendrick is a 4-year cicada.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. But listen, man, I appreciate you for coming through. I don't know if bro coming back at all. I don't know what happened to him. He ain't even text. He ain't even text the group chat, so I don't know what happened to him. Anyway, man, I'm so glad y'all came through. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow, all the other good stuff. If Kendrick loses, the rap game doesn't really change. He be gone years at a time. Exactly. Um, you know what I'm saying? I want to thank y'all so much for coming through. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, like I said earlier. Yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Peace.